Good morning, all. A little sidetracked on the red project. My daughter, she hasn't been able to cut her yard in a few months, so I went over with the weed eater and took care of her yard, and then she brought this out and wanted to know if I'd take a look at it. Unfortunately, she said that somebody else had gotten into it. So it's a Craftsman 5.50 series, pretty basic setup. So this evaluation, it does look like she said she thinks it needs a carburetor. I think it's needing some more than, well, carburetor may be okay. I see a missing bolt here. This first evaluation, it looks like the pole starter could use a replacement. The handles are kind of loose. Let's see if we can take care of that. Looking over here, top cover's loose. She said something about the oil filler. Yep, it's loose under there. So I'm gonna tear into it here and see what's what, and probably take you along for the ride. So here we go. Okay, so first problem, I removed the pole starter from the handle, and then I was able to loosen this, but this bolt right here, I'm going to have to figure out how to get it out. They have rounded it off. So that's my first challenge. Alright, easy enough. Got my little Dremel out. We got a slot cut into it, and I've got her loosened out. So first challenge, and it looks like, I'm hoping it comes out. Still feels pretty tight. It's coming. Wow, this is a long bolt. Alright, well, I'm going to put you up while I get this out. I got to get a good bite on it. Okay, remove the two screws holding the dip tube assembly from the cover. It's missing two bolts, so I'm going to take out this bolt here and then see if I can source two additional bolts, so when I put this thing back together I'll have them. Okay, so the single bolt top cover's off. So the next step is I'm going to be removing the carburetor assembly, first starting with the air cleaner. So for the carburetor and fuel tank assembly, we have a couple issues here. It's missing the breather hose, it's missing the bolt spacer, and the bolt to hold it to the engine. So this one's going to be a challenge to come up with. I may have an idea for it. So let me go ahead and finish removing this. There's one bolt here that's all it's doing is holding it on. Well, I was hoping to be able to maybe make some headway on this without having to buy parts, but the intake manifold is broken. It looks like it's cast aluminum. I don't know if JB Weld will hold that together. I imagine not, with all the vibration this thing takes. So I guess I'm going to have to get the parts numbers off the engine and see if some of these parts are available. Still don't know if it's worth it because of the I don't know if this thing's run before, or if it needs something internal to the engine. It does spin, but with all that being unknown, it might be cheaper just to go to the pawn shop and buy a replacement and have this one for parts. Okay, so without going very much further into this, my Prognosis mainly because of the broken manifold, unknown condition of the rest of the engine. The overall, the deck, everything else looks good. So I think the best route for this would be to go to the local pawn shop and see if we can source, you know, a $50 mower, because that's what I figure this thing would need with the gasket kit and everything to fix that engine. Source a $50 mower that is running, and worst case scenario, pull the engine off of it and put it onto this deck. This engine, in my opinion, is parts. So that's what I'll let them know, and see if they want me to put it back together and bring it back over to them, or go the pawn shop route. But that's about my prognosis with it. Is it's going to be too much to fix, and without a parts mower, you know, if I had a manifold and stuff like that, we could go further, but without that, you know, that's pretty much useless to try to get this engine running again. All right, thanks for watching.